Did you know that credit can make you 10x richer? If not, in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I've able to help out other businesses to make a 5, 10, 20x return in their business and life. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 examples, 3 stories. These are super crazy stories to me. I mean, I never thought that I can help other people in this sort of way, but I take pride of it. I really do. So the first story, her name is Tomasa. She only spoke Spanish. So the way it kind of works out here, the majority of Hispanics, they're not necessarily taught how good credit is and when you can utilize it for. Thankfully, she had great credit, she had a mortgage, she's shown that she's been able to handle her debt, and I was able to get her $52,000 in order for her to finish off building an ADU. If you guys don't know what an ADU is, it's basically like a unit slash garage. You have your home and then you have the unit at the back. They tend to go anywhere from build it 75 to like 150 tends to be like a normal price for the most part. And what we ended up helping her is she already had like half of the money. I believe the total price was around 90 and she had around 50, give or take. So she needed more, but she wasn't making too much. She was only making around $32,000 a year. She was a cleaning lady at a hotel. She was having a hard time kind of coming up with more money because she wasn't making too much. And then the person that she was renting the house with, right, her rooms and everything, that person ended up leaving, meaning that the whole mortgage was left on her. And what that led to her was she was gonna have to use that cash and was not gonna be able to build the EDU. It's gonna be half in construction, meaning she didn't have the full money. So what ended up happening is a close friend of mine ended up referring her over to me, and we ended up helping her get $52,000 at 0% interest on the business side. So the debt did not even show. She didn't have a business in the moment. All she had was just good credit. And that allowed her to finish the ADU, and then after it was done, she rented it out, and I believe like what she rented the ADU for was like 90% of her mortgage. So I think she only had to pay like $500 left on her mortgage out of everything. But basically she had like a free mortgage, meaning that she didn't have to pay it anymore. She only had to pay very minimum. I know $500 is not a little bit, but the fact is over her paying like a $4,000 mortgage versus $500, that's crazy. So for the second example, a second person I was able to help out his name was Carlos, and he needed $35,000 because his wife was actually, I believe it was Ecuador, and she was in the hospital, and over there, the insurance that she had over here in the US, it was not gonna cover. So the guy had to pay out in his own pocket. Imagine being put in a position where your wife is at a hospital, and if you don't pay that bill, she ain't gonna get the help she needs. You're basically saving your wife with the loan. And I was able to create that for them. I got them, we applied on Saturday, we got approved on Monday, got the loan wired by Tuesday. Insane. I think it was like a really low interest rate. I believe it was like 7.2. That's the type of work we could do out here, and I thought it was just life-changing just to see how somebody can basically, I don't even know what type of return on investment that is. I mean, you're saving your wife. I mean, that's like a million ROI. I mean, shoot, that's the love of your life. And as for story number 3, his name was Edgar. He needed the majority of the money in cash. He needed it fast. So what we ended up doing is we ended up stacking some loans. Got him 25,000 over here, 35,000 to here, another 25. And what that ended up leading to was that we ended up getting about like $112,000 in total. And he was able to use that money to invest and to buy some vending machines. I believe he bought it from like China, over there and in Europe too as well. They were being in high demand out here in the US. So he sent for them to be manufactured. Took about a month, got them over here and flipped them. And I thought it was the crazy part because he called me when he flipped them, and I was like, yo, how's everything going? He's like, dude, everything's great. I just got the flip. He made $40,000 on $112,000 he used. I thought it was insane. What that led to him is he paid off his loans. So he paid what? Not even that much in interest. It was like 6 months worth of interest on $112,000. I can't do the math off the top of my head, but it was not that much compared to $40,000. These are the type of things that can change your life just by having good credit. To be able to borrow and create an opportunity for you, because to save up 20,000, 50,000, 100, 150, 200, that it takes way too long. Why not just use a system that was built in order for us to get access to money? The banks want to give you money. They love handing out money. I want you guys to use credit, the system, to take advantage and build the life you guys need to build for yourselves. If you guys want to start a business, get a loan for $50,000. Get a loan for $100,000. Figure it out later. If you have the game plan, do it now. What I want you guys to do, understand how powerful credit is and how you can use somebody else's money to 10x that, meaning you return them their side, what you let them, they let you borrow 25, 50, 100, and you're gonna keep the 10x, the 20x, whatever return on investment you guys ended up getting. If you guys know that there's a system that works, for example, if you resell stuff, you buy, this couch or this watch is gonna resell for X amount, or you already have the buyer, you're just waiting for them to get access to the product. Use the bank's money so that way you can not only build credit, but make it a return on investment. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. So last thing I want to end this video with is to keep on the lookout, because we are going to make an interview with these type of people. They are real, yes, and we're gonna go ahead and let them tell their own story, explain themselves on how life-changing this money for them was. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Subscribe and like, and I appreciate it.